Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. Yesterday, we were given the first full trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory, filled with loads of new details and Easter eggs that you might have missed. So, if by any chance you haven't watched our full trailer breakdown quite yet, I highly suggest you go to that video and give that a watch so that you're better in the know about what today's video will be discussing. As promised in that video, today we'll be discussing some extra exclusive details from the article that released by Entertainment Weekly, and also some external details about the show as well. This way we know more of what to expect come May 24th. We're aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and as 80% of you guys watching this right now aren't currently subscribed, let's try to change that by pressing that subscribe button if you're excited about Jurassic World Chaos Theory. This is the #1 place to be if you're a Jurassic fan here on YouTube. But for now, make sure you're all settled down and relaxed as it's time to learn more about Jurassic World Chaos Theory. After a terrific trailer that reintroduced us to some returning characters from the first show, and also some returning dinosaurs from the movies, we were treated to an article that goes a little more in depth on what to expect from this Camp Cretaceous sequel series. So, let's dive into this. Firstly, thanks to Netflix for being international, we have an official extended synopsis that reveals a lot more of what to expect from the show. Here's what it says for Jurassic World Chaos Theory. 6 years later, members of the Nublar 6 are struggling to find their footing off the islands, navigating a world now filled with dinosaurs and people who want to hurt them. Reunited in the wake of a tragedy, the group comes together only to find themselves on the run and catapulted into a global adventure to unravel a conspiracy that threatens dinosaurs and humankind alike, and finally learn the truth about what happened to one of their own. So already, this synopsis seems to be a lot more sinister than we were initially expecting. It seems as though the entire camp cast will be returning in this show and reuniting in the wake of a tragedy? But what is this tragedy? Well, we'll get into that for a future video, but my gut feeling tells me that maybe one of the campmates have been kidnapped, or worse, killed. Yes, considering how much darker Chaos Theory is set to be compared to Camp Cretaceous, I wouldn't be surprised if they go this far in stating that someone like Brooklyn has been killed. Especially where it states that they finally learned the truth about what happened to one of their own. I have a theory on that coming in the next few days, but yeah, it seems like this is going to be very, very dark. I noticed too that the comments for Jurassic World Chaos Theory's trailer on the official YouTube channel are on, which is a gradual change from the Camp Cretaceous trailers, which have the comments section blocked off because it was marked for kids. So, that's even further evidence to suggest that Chaos Theory would be darker than the first series. If we were to theorize a little more about the official synopsis, then we can see that potentially the Locust subplot of Jurassic World Dominion will be minorly involved within this show. This plotline took a backseat in Dominion and wasn't heavily focused on, no matter some opinions, and it was something that widened the overall threat of this world of Jurassic. Very Michael Crichton-like too. So hopefully we get to explore this a little more, because within the Chaos Theory synopsis, they state they are unraveling a conspiracy that threatens dinosaurs and humankind alike, something that the Locusts threatened in Jurassic World Dominion. With Chaos Theory confirmed to be taking place before the events of Jurassic World Dominion, there's a chance that we'll be witnessing the very first instances of wild hybrid locusts flying around the world in Chaos Theory. Who knows, but it would be a pretty cool connection if true. Jurassic World Chaos Theory is set to release on May 24th, 2024, what we predicted a few weeks ago, but now we have an episode quantity to play with. It will debut onto Netflix with 10 episodes, each of them being around 22 minutes in length, which is something that we were kind of expecting. Most of the episodes in Camp Cretaceous lasted around 23 minutes in length, but seasons 1 and 2 had 8 episodes, season 3 with 10, 4 with 11, and 5 with 12. So I hope the same thing will be happening with Chaos Theory once season 2 rolls around later this year. So we currently have 220 minutes of confirmed Jurassic action to enjoy at the end of next month. But now, let's take a look at the exclusive article we have where Entertainment Weekly had an interview with showrunner Scott Creamer. Scott Creamer, an executive producer and showrunner on Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, wasn't technically lying when he told reporters in 2022 that his show wouldn't continue any further. I mean, Camp Cretaceous was ending, he playfully tells Entertainment Weekly in a new interview. He just conveniently left out the part about the sequel series taking its place. Paul Michael-Williams and Sean Giambrone are officially reprising their Camp Cretaceous roles of Darius and Ben for Chaos Theory, which premieres 10 episodes on Netflix May 24th. Set 6 years after the events of that first series and shortly before the 2022 film Jurassic World Dominion, the kids, dubbed as the Nublar 6 by the media, are entering adulthood and struggling to find their footing on the mainland, which is now teeming with dinosaurs as a result of what went down in 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. What's great about Dominion is it tells this big story and what it looks like with dinosaurs in the world. Well, what does that look like for an everyday person, Scott Creamer says. The trailer opens with Williams' Darius, who Creamer confirms is now 18 and still dedicated to protecting dinosaurs. Darius is on his own and has withdrawn. That was a very specific reason, and I'm looking forward to people getting into that, he explains. He hasn't been around people for a while, he's dealing with something. Ben is the one who says, yeah, we can't stay here, we gotta go. Ben surprises Darius at a remote cabin. Try not to freak out, someone is hunting us, Ben reveals as a computer screen with Dark Jurassic webpage pops up. Creamer confirms that this is one of many websites from the dark web dedicated to conspiracy theories. Ben then declares they need to warn the others. When asked if any of the other Camp Cretaceous stars like Jenna Ortega's Brooklyn, Ryan Potter's Kenji, Kausa Muhammad's Yasmina, and Rainy Rodriguez's Sammy will also return for Chaos Theory, Creamer plays coy. I cannot confirm nor deny that. But we pretty much know it's going to happen. As for who's hunting the Nublar 6, the showrunner says, this is a conspiracy thriller. The kids are unraveling a mystery, and just when they think that they've got it figured out, maybe there's a bigger story to be told. These two guys have to figure out what the heck's going on before it's too late. How exciting does that sound? The idea for Chaos Theory came about when Scott Creamer was in post-production of the 5th and final season of Camp Cretaceous. There was enough interest in the continuation from the powers that be at Netflix and DreamWorks Animation, but he wasn't necessarily eager to jump back in. Look, Camp Cretaceous was an amazing experience, but it's a lot. My initial response was, go with God, good luck. At the very least, they asked if he would help come up with the ideas. It was on a Zoom call with representatives from Universal Pictures who gave him an early rundown of Jurassic World Dominion when an idea struck. I would want to tell a more sophisticated story with the older kids, tonally closer to the end of the Harry Potter movies than the beginning of the Harry Potter movies. It kept going from there, and people luckily got on board, Creamer says. Since we're now on the mainland, might we see more familiar faces from the larger Jurassic World franchise pop over to the Chaos Theory? Well, Owen Grady's not going to drive up and meet them at a Taco Bell, Creamer responds, referring to Chris Pratt's character from the latest trilogy of films. But he adds, the world is opening up significantly for these characters to tell the more personal story of what is life amongst the dinosaurs in Western America. What I love about Scott Creamer is that he went ahead and stated something that many people seem to miss about Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion told the overarching story of Jurassic from 30 years to today, and it nailed exactly that. But he also stated that he wanted to explore what these events would mean on a more personal level for people across the world, and more specifically for this show, Western America. This is going to be something that those people who strangely thought Dominion was meant to be about the dinosaurs on the mainland and not finalising a double trilogy would enjoy immensely, as we'll get to explore a more down-to-earth action with dinosaurs chasing people across mainland America. And I'm all for it. Truly, this show is already shaping up to be better than Camp Cretaceous, but I don't want to get ahead of myself too much quite yet. But I tell you, if Chaos Theory comes even close to the suspense and enjoyment of Camp Cretaceous Season 3, then this may genuinely be one of the best Jurassic medias ever produced. We'll just have to wait and see, only time will tell for now. We're planning to cover a lot more on Jurassic World Chaos Theory in the next coming days and weeks, so make sure you're staying up to date with the latest news and information by not only subscribing to the channel, but also pressing the bell icon so you're notified when we make a video. We're back, and it feels good. We made loads of theories for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, and of course, we'll be back in action doing the exact same here. If you're looking forward to this show and made it this far into the video, head on down to the comment section and comment a dinosaur emoji so that I know you're a real one for staying to the end of the video. It's going to be a fun ride up until May and beyond, and I cannot wait. Like the video if you enjoyed, but most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.